Firstly, the Queensland team: Curry, Backer, Miles, Meninga, Chalice, Lewis, Murray, Carr, Niebling, Hancock, Khan, Canescu and Morris. The reserves: Cavalier and Greg Holman, and the coach Arthur Beetson. And now the New Zealand side: Campbell, Prohm, Whittaker, Luluai, O'Hara, Smith, Friend, McGann, Cole, West, Gall, Howie, Tamati and Kevin Tamati. The reserves: Fisher and Stoke. Here from dummy half. Playing in Elliott's third game for Queensland today. Hancock, the man that's recovered from that injured cheekbone. Carr on the break, but he's well wrapped up by the big second row forward, Graham West. Cadescu in again now to dummy half for Queensland. And it goes out to Murray, then on to Wally Lewis, out to Gene Miles. He saw the gap, beat the tackle of Smith. Meninga in the clear. Chalice on the outside, his South's teammate. There's the pass. Chalice will score in the opening minute. What a great start for Queensland.
What a very good try to Queensland. Straight into top gear. The forwards took it for two.
But obviously the New Zealanders regard Mal Meninga as a danger man because O'Hara came in there to combine in that tackle. Paul Kahn, wrapped up over the top by Bruce Gall.
Queensland is not running onto the ball either at this stage. The forwards standing like Wally was standing then, but he's going places now.
Lewis up over halfway. Long pass to Chalice. He's going for the corner. Pass back in to Niebling. In fact, to Carr, and finally Curry was the man that picked the ball up for Queensland. Head down, claimed by the second row forward Tony Cole, and also by Tamati. Murray, that's Khan, through the dummy. Support there of Niebling. Backing up is Miles, and he's caught 3 or 4 metres short of the quarter line. So Queensland on the attack again. Murray a dummy half to Morris. Great run by Lewis. Lewis will score. Wally Lewis over. So Wally Lewis scores his third try for Queensland in a debut from 1980. And now we'll see if the Maroons can launch yet another attack inside that 22. Just on 20 and a half minutes gone in this first half. Lewis, there's that long pass again to Khan. Through two dummies, Meninga on the burst, straight through. Oh, Meninga's causing plenty of headaches out there this afternoon. Niebling from dummy half on the blind side to Morris again. Quite interesting that Rod Morris is the leading try scorer for Queensland since he came in 1975. He scored 8 tries. He scored 4 in his first match for Queensland against the rest in 1975.
Actually, I feel the forwards for Queensland are getting in the way of the back line. They want to keep out of it and let the backs do their work because they're proving successful. They should tighten up the forwards, Queensland forwards, get inside and let the backs do the job.
Mark Murray through the dummy, through the gap. Chalice, he'll score again. That's a try. Wayne Chalice scores his second try this afternoon, and Queensland lead by 11 points to 0.
Oh dear, quite frankly, I think it's going to be one hell of a score by the end of the afternoon unless New Zealand do something about it. Their cover defence around the ruck is non-existent, and they're that soft up the middle. They're like, hey, they're like a hot knife going through butter, the Queenslanders at present.
Well, the two hookers being spoken to there by Eddie Ward, and he's having quite a bit of trouble with the scrum here this afternoon. There's no tunnel there whatsoever. It's fed, it's won by New Zealand. Friend again, skirts the open side. Campbell came in, intercept. Put your glasses down. Mal Meninga will walk across and score. What a dreadful mistake by New Zealand.
Oh, what a try. 14-0 it is. And
but I'm sure, Mick, that a big lift in performance will be needed against Frank Stanton's boys. 14 errors already in this first half. But I'm sure when these news creep through to New South Wales that Frank Stanton will be licking his lips.
Oh, yes, he'll be out to endeavour to put as many of his... Here's Meninga away again.
Got the pass away beautifully. Oh, Brad Backer will score. Easy try, but the pass has been ruled forward. I don't agree with that one.
I disagree wholeheartedly.
That was a brilliant bit of play by Meninga, and Brad Backer can consider himself very unlucky that died, but what a brilliant bit of play by Mal Meninga.
Oh, he's in full flight and enjoying himself by the look of it out there.
16 stone of muscle, Mal Meninga. He split New South Wales wide open here at Lang Park about 3 weeks ago, twice in the space of a minute, and he's playing havoc with the New Zealanders this afternoon. Well, let's see if New Zealand can hang on to it for 6 tackles. Campbell. He's through, up over halfway.
chips the fullback. Campbell will give him the race to the ball. Gary Campbell will score for New Zealand. Yes! So as he did for Hull in the match against Widnes, Gary Campbell scores New Zealand's first try, 16-3 the scoreline.
Of age, playing on the left wing for Queensland this afternoon. Prom, long pass, McGann, out to Smith, Whittaker, and again some solid defence by Wally Lewis.
They're certainly winning those scrums 8-3. The New Zealanders have the scrums. Penalties favouring New Zealand 4-3.
But they're not doing anything with the ball, Mick.
No. And look at them now. If we had a wide shot, they're all standing around. Look at them like Brown's cows. I'd say the cows would be more forthright with rugby league at present than they are. Oh, very disappointing.
So Luluwai taken 10 metres short of the quarter line. Slowly to his feet. Tamati, Cole, got the pass to McGann. He split them. McGann's got the fullback to beat, and the pass has gone astray. New Zealand regain it. This is the last tackle. Well, that was a golden scoring opportunity that went missing. This could be a try by Smith. It is. So Gordon Smith scores New Zealand's second try. 16-6 the scoreline.
And it was up.
Now Queensland on the move again through Murray. Cavalier. Well, this is his debut match for Queensland, coming on in the second half. Morris inside the quarter line. Over the top went Luluwai, the New Zealand centre. Canescu in a dummy half. Murray, Hancock charges upfield. Got the pass away, and that's Challison again from the right wing, looking for work. He's broken the tackle. Still going. Challis scores his hat-trick. Wayne Challis, the south winger, in his debut match for Queensland, is over for try number 3. 19 points to 8. And as he started the man wrapped up was Gary Prom. And the New Zealand wingers have seen very little of the ball this afternoon. Now they can get a chance. Smith well tackled by young Challis. He's had a top debut today, Wayne Challis. Whittaker got the pass away to McGann. Luluwai will score for New Zealand. Third try to New Zealand scored by James Luluwai of Auckland. And the score comes back to 21 points to 11.
And if you have a look at this...
Efficiencies, I think.
Oh, yes. I can just imagine what the green and gold would do to New Zealand today. But then again, they have a habit of lifting their games for the Test series. Let's hope they can do it. But I feel they're used to being in the mud. There's another mistake. Queensland getting the ball back. And it just does not look good football to me. They stand around and then all of a sudden one of them takes off and then they back him up bit by bit. I suppose the end result counts, but it certainly doesn't look effective to me. I suppose the end result coming up, no matter how you do it, points on the board.
So Queensland have scored 5 tries to 3. Lewis, there's Curry again. Broke the first line, but finally wrapped up by Dane O'Hara. Challis, the pass to Lewis. Quick pass to Hugh. Stepped off the right foot. Got the pass away. Khan. Meninga. Beautiful pass. Gene Moles had the support outside of Becker and a try. Try to Brad Becker. That's only his second try in 12 games for Queensland. 24 points to 11 the score. And they take play up towards the halfway line. Tamati. And I think he's lost the ball again. It was Cavalier that came up with it. Canescu. Carr split them. No, he hasn't. Good cover by Friend. Oh, and he got a little bit of what for as well.
He's been putting a bit in all day, but I'm sure... Oh, he says he bit my arm. The only time Carr bit his arm is when it moved into Carr's mouth at about 20 knots. But agree, he's calling the ball on the blind now.
He's not running with the same fervour that he was against some not as spirited as opposition as the Queensland side this afternoon. But Graham West has played 12 tests for New Zealand. There's a long pass by Lewis. Meninga works up steam. Oh, he's just brushed off the centre. Whittaker again. Meninga. The pass has gone astray. New Zealand get it back.
but I'm sure that John Whittaker will have some nightmares about Mal Meninga tonight.
Oh, what a great run for a centre. He pushed off.
Line. So that's a wise decision by the Queensland management to bring Rowan Hancock off the field. There's Curry.
Curry's through. He's got a ton of pace. Tony Curry for the corner. Yes! A try to Queensland. And Tony Curry, a well-deserved try by the young Western Suburbs fullback.
31-11.
This is too strong. And a scoring opportunity goes begging for New Zealand. McGann, a dummy half, 9 metres out from the Queensland line. They go on the far side again. Cole, the switch of play to Friend. Looking for the gap. Still standing, stepped under Meninga's tackle. But the battle of the bantamweights there, Mark Murray and also Clayton Friend sees Friend go on the ground. Smith, Tamati, passes astray. O'Hara goes back in defence. The man at dummy half is McGann. Gall, showing the determination in the last 3 minutes of play that it probably should have shown in the first 3 minutes, Mick.
Yes, well, the start, yes, from the first 3 minutes.
There's Cole, and again, look at those Queensland defenders.
3 smothering him.
What variation will they use from the sixth tackle? They haven't hung on to it long enough for us to get a guide of that this afternoon. Well, as per normal, they've knocked the ball away. This could be a try by O'Hara. Steps inside Curry. And O'Hara, in fact, will go around and score near the posts. So New Zealand score their 4th try, just a minute and a half short of full time.
And it was really set up. I know the ball came out loosely, but it was set up by Kevin.
Comedy of errors there. The ball's gone forward both ways. The referee is playing advantage as Gall goes to ground. So time ticking away. That's the hooter. 31 points to 16. And in doing so, Queensland raced in 7 tries to 4, 3 of them by young South winger Wayne Chalice, who in fact is our man of the match. But for his full-time comments, here's Mick Vevers.
I tell you what, I was disappointed with that game, David. Straight off, I have to say. I thought New Zealand would come out and do much, much better. They didn't have to do too much to be much better than they were today. I was disappointed. The only player basically was Kevin Tamati, who, the front rower, who did his job and did it very well. But he didn't have too many friends. Probably little Clayton Friend, speaking of friends, was pretty tenacious all day. But he had no support. They won plenty of ball to do something with, but just didn't do it. They spilt it all day. Their fundamentals were lacking. They didn't have good attack, and their defence was non-existent in the ruck as well as out wide. And Meninga and company had a picnic out there. And our forwards, they won the ball. Well, they didn't win the ball, but they tackled in the middle and let our backs do the job. And I really feel that none of the Queenslanders did anything wrong with their test chances coming up or their tour chances, and particularly young Wayne Chalice and Tony Curry. I was most impressed with those 2 youngsters. They're only 19 and they had really rippers of games. And that type of thing, those personalities, young personalities in the game, kept it alive. But other than that, it was pretty disappointing as far as I was concerned.
Okay, those full-time comments by Mick Vevers. The final scoreline, Queensland 31, defeated New Zealand 16. Our cameras will be back here at Lang Park for the first international. Next Saturday, be sure to be viewing 7 to catch all the rugby league action in 1982. From Lang Park in Brisbane, this has been David Fordham and Mick Vevers for